Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Ride+Razz. Back doing Rolling with Envy. This is stage 4, Queen's Highway after party. As you can see, I've updated my little banners on the side, so hopefully any comments about that would be handy. This route is only 20k, but it's a real hilly profile, 260 meters of climbing, and it's got the Yorkshire Reverse KOM at the end, which is a real killer 1 kilometer climb at the end of a race where you're doing 5 or 6 decent sprints. I'm still in the advanced cat, so today my expected finish place is 22nd out of 35 riders, I think. Yeah, 35 riders, and I'm competing against some really big, powerful riders. Velo score 1 riders with scores of 3,300, and I'm down at just at Ruby. Velo scored 2,100, so it's going to be a really brutal race this, and I expect to just try and hold on as much as possible in those little sprinty stages, use the draft as much as possible. It's a fast course this. Obviously wheel choice is out of your control, so it'll be on the Envy wheels for this. But I've chosen my Canyon Era road for this race. So yeah, let's see how we go. Fortunately today, I've got about 10 minutes of warm-up in, which is probably necessary. And I'm still up on my watt bike, got the music, got the tunes going. And this is day 1 of 3 days of racing for me. So I'm doing the Rolling with Envy stage 4 today. On Monday, Tuesday, I've got WTRL or ZRL stage 2 with my team TNP Galibier, and then on Wednesday I'll be doing a ladder race with TNP as well, TNP Latour team. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I'll try and record all those and get those out on YouTube as soon as I can. But anyway, this is enough of me talking through. Race about to begin, 10 seconds to go, and I'll drop some commentary where I can, show you where to attack from, where it's best to kind of get some draft in and relax, or not relax, but get some energy back. But as you can see with this advanced, it starts off fast, straight away. I'm glad I warmed up on this one. From watching some of the recon videos my TMP guys, teammates have been doing, I understood or kind of learnt that sticking to the back of the pack at this little section here will give you a bit more momentum over this first steep section of what I would call like the drag, the draftable drag. So it gives you a bit of momentum. You're going to get over the top and be in the front of the pack so you don't get lost. And then hopefully stick with the watts that they're putting out and draft up this first section in yellow so that you can save your energy for the little sprint kicker just afterwards, which you can see in the graph there. And at the end of that sprint kicker, there is a banner, so you'll get a power up there. The power ups today are draft or feather. Obviously, feather's going to be useful on this sprint kicker section coming up, but the draft will be exceptionally helpful on this section when people are putting the hammer down at 6 or 7 watts. You can really kind of save a bit of energy if you use your draft. So there's 6 banners to go through. So there's 6 opportunities for power up. As you can see, you're doing about 7 or 8 watts going up this first sprint kicker. There's riders ahead of me doing 9 or 10 watts, but I'm trusting that the pack, especially at this beginning, will pull them back, not allow a breakaway as yet. To be honest with the strength of some of these riders, I really don't know if that's going to be the case. We're coming up to that second sprint kicker with the band at the top. As you can see, everyone's dropped a feather. Some people have dropped the draft, but it's again 7 or 8 watts per kilo. There are other people doing 9, maybe 10. But just try and use some of that draft, because they will be able to draft at that end. But try to keep power down so you don't get dropped, because you're still doing 1 or 2%.
Ooh.
To be honest with you, I got a feather here, and I think I should have probably used it a little bit earlier, so it would help me up the draft on the little shallow climb, and it would cover me enough to go up. Sprint kicker. It's coming up now. See, everyone's dropped that now. And again, 7 or 8 watts. It's taking its toll, to be honest with you, on everybody. My face, my grimacing face, as you can see. But as you can see, we've only got 2 laps left. Well, 2 laps, 2 bits of sprint and climbing, and the pace has really picked up here now. So I'm getting dropped off the back. Key is to hold on here, and you can see with the draft dynamics, it does pull me back into the pack, which is quite nice. I'm still working fairly hard, but into this section where we've got a little steep section and then be able to draft the whole, but the pack dynamics allow me back here, which is quite nice. Maybe I'm a little bit heavier than some of the other riders, but you can see that the pace is really picking up again. And this little draftable section is actually a very strong point to attack if you've got a good engine on you. And as you can see, some of the riders are dropping orange numbers or 6, 7, 8 watts just to stretch it out a little bit. This is where a draft would be really useful. I've got a feather and I'm saving that for the little kicker. So there we go, drop the feather onto the kicker. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm really struggling here. I'm putting down 7 or 8 watts, but I'm kind of losing the power. Not necessarily the will, but definitely losing the power. And you can see the group is really stretched out now. And this is going to be the theme for the next 2 sections before the Yorkshire KOM, I think, where these really powerful Velo Score 1 riders are just going to disappear up the road. So I got a draft on over that banner, but to get myself back on, so I didn't get dropped, I used my draft to help myself back in, which is probably the most sensible use of that as a strategy. But it might not work out later on. Let's see.
Okay.
So here we are, coming into this last set of sprint climbs or long stretches of climbing before the Yorkshire Reverse KOM. I've been able to hold on to this pack, but I think, yeah, as you can see with my face just there, I'm really struggling. My heart rate is quite high and the pace is just consistent. I'm doing 5 watts here, which is achievable, but as you may have seen from some of my rides before, I don't really like getting out the saddle for climbing, and you can see if I'm out the saddle I'm struggling. But this group is sticking together, so I'm pleased with that. But what you'll start to see now is the pace picks up again and people start attacking over the top of this last pull section to then use the flat to then attack again on the sprint up that little kicker. So you've got to be really careful on this last section for people attacking just on that little bit left of the draft, and then keep the attack going up the sprint kicker and then carry it into the king of the mountain. And that's what happened here for me. I wasn't really too aware of that would be happening. People dropped some serious watts, 10, 11 watts, and I just don't have anything left here. They're only doing 6, 7 watts. So as you can see, the group has disappeared off of the road and have already done 5 or 6 seconds on us. And I'm going to have to drop my draft bonus just to hold on. Try and get my heart rate down, because I've got the Yorkshire KOM ahead now, which is not an easy climb. So here we are, Yorkshire KOM, real nasty start, 14-15%. So if you can get some speed into that on that little downhill section, that'll help you over the first bit. There's a this draftable section, this yellow, some of the red is draftable as well. So you can find somebody with a decent pace, which I have here, T Smith. Then it's a good opportunity. Felt quite good at this point, so I pushed on a little bit. Probably going to regret it. I don't know. Let's see. But as you can see, ahead of me in the lead group, people are already putting down 8 or 9 watts up this climb. Basically sprinting up it, which is just mental because there's still 600 meters to go. I can understand sprinting the last 200, but and it's the same. You can see some of the riders going past me, just casually dropping 7 or 8 watts after having done all that racing. And there's me struggling to drop 5. This is a really difficult course, this one. If you try and save your legs for this, climb is only 1 kilometer. Hit your head down, draft if you can, take some time to recover off other riders if they're not slowing you down. And when you come into the last couple of 100 meters, I would probably attack if you can. I'm here with these 2 riders, and as long as I beat one of them, I'll be happy. Then dig in here because I see them pulling away from me. I'm not letting them go. I want to at least beat one of them. Then the other one just sprinting 10.5, 11 watts. And there we go. I think looking 21st. So I've beaten my expected finish score, 26 seconds. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, as you can see, really brutal, really hard course. Yeah, anyway. Enjoyed watching that, or any of my commentary, or any of my tips for this route for this week. Please leave me a comment, like and subscribe to my channel. If there's anything you think I can improve on, how I'm doing this, or how it looks, let me know. I'm always open for improvements. And yeah, keep an eye out for my ZRL race video from tomorrow, and a ladder race on Wednesday. And then I'll probably try and do this one again, because I'm a bit mad, on Friday. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you another time. Cheers.